Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is The Rollback. Folks, today I'll be covering the latest movie in the Halloween franchise, Halloween Kills. Just came out on Peacock or in theaters. Go watch it in theaters if you can, if you feel safe. If you don't, understandable, you can watch this mass murdering psychopath in the comfort of your own home. Now, this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Watch my previous review on Halloween 2018 just to understand how much I love this franchise. This movie was brutal in every sense of the word. It added a lot more layers to the Halloween franchise. In my opinion. It shows us just how much it's captured. They even shoot it like in that old manner. The fact that Hawkins actually carries a lot of guilt since that day because he accidentally shot his partner trying to save him. And he spared Michael. Like, there's so many layers in this. And the way it's shot is great. They even bring back Dr. Loomis. It's not the real guy. They just find someone that looks a lot like him and had makeup and even sounds like him quite a bit. He looks like Donald Pleasance. But that said, it's great. That opening sequence is fucking fantastic. It's reminiscent of...
Mom, we're family.
We're
going to hunt him down and we're going to put an end to this.
Flashback sequence that kind of looks like they're going back to... what do you call it? Batman the Animated Series, right? So this film kind of pulls that trope where they kind of go backwards and then forward. And then
He's
this
coming
movie
for
actually
me,
takes place on the same night as
for him.
the one in 2018. Basically, it's like a two-parter almost, you could say. But anyway, yeah, it's we get to see a postpartum Dr. Loomis appear, try to finish the job on the night. Back in the present, though, in 2018, Michael is still in the house burning until some firefighters accidentally help him escape. It was an accident, let's be honest. And then Michael goes ham and kills, I believe, all 11 firefighters. Look, I'm not saying Michael isn't a beast, but there's a great shot of a group of like 11 firefighters arming themselves with axes and even this huge buzzsaw, and they still can't overwhelm him. Like, this guy's a force of nature. We also jump forward, and there's news of Michael's return to the city. Little Tommy Doyle, who's at a bar, wants to honor
Stop
the
killing until we stop him.
If you track Michael's victims, that's a straight line.
Saying Michael will probably one day return, and sure enough, bro, here's your call to action. Time to fucking go. And there's this fresh take on material where a mob is ready to fight Michael, but they aren't impotent. They aren't stupid. They're ready to go. They're actively trying to save lives and stop Michael from killing people rather than just, shooting off guns and killing some random folk like they did in the other one. Now, there's also a minor, like a whole subplot where there's this other mental patient that has escaped. Seemingly, this guy is just disturbed. He doesn't seem to be harmful. But he ends up jumping out of a window because the mob is so busy trying to kill him, they don't even stop to wonder if it's even Michael or not.
Michael Myers is alive.
Now, on the other side, Michael is making a beeline towards a sharp home where a couple is killed. It's a bit odd because in this film, there's like three different times where Michael kills a couple, but then he lays them down next to each other. I don't know if there's something with that. I honestly have no clue, but someone who studies these movies more, let me know. I have no idea. Also, he brutally beats the hell out of Cameron. Theo Cameron. Before almost killing Allison, Karen manages to lure him out into the open where the mob, led by little Tommy Doyle, is ready
the
for him. The
boogeyman
mob
came
seemingly
for us.
has Michael
We are
beat,
the
but then,
survivors of Michael Myers.
the son of a bitch,
What do we
he
do?
just keeps going. He slaughters them all one by one. And they had the numbers advantage. It's a little frustrating, but it kind of gets over what a beast Michael is, what an overwhelming force he is, and why, to me, he's terrifying. I can't beat him in a fight. In a one-on-one, unless you're fucking Brock Lesnar, you're screwed. Like, you don't stand a chance against this guy. Yeah, he just keeps going. And it's realistic enough to where if you come face-to-face to a monster like that, you know...
Go now!
Now, the film ends with Michael killing Karen, Laurie's daughter, and we're set for a third round, the final face-off between the original Scream Queen and the Face of Fear, and honestly, I can't wait to see the outcome. Also, fun fact, there was actually an alternative ending to this movie that had Laurie calling Karen right after Michael kills her, Michael answers the phone, and Laurie hears
We killed Michael.
Michael's breathing.
My grandmother set the fire.
No one told you.
And then she grabs the knife and walks out of the hospital. That was the original ending, because initially the thought was they were going to shoot all these movies back to back to back, and ideally the whole trilogy was going to take place all in one night. Laurie was going to go back to hunt Michael. However, due to other reasons and some rewrites, they decided they're going to have Halloween Ends take place in
You've survived that fire.
They're actually going to talk a little bit about the plans of it. I don't know where Michael's been for 4 years. I just can't wait for this movie, for the follow-up. Now, the pros, a huge amount of action, a lot of death, and it's on another level. I really appreciate the flashback sequence and the way it was shot. It looked incredible, and it's the idea of a town, banding together to fight this. Allison has a lot more to do, also alongside Karen. Also, it bothered me that in the last film they didn't really grieve for the father's death, but in this movie they at least have a moment of mourning for him, and they say he'll never be gone. Michael is as intimidating as Now, they also make a great point saying that Michael never really wanted to hunt Laurie. She was more in his way. Michael just wanted to go home. The same spot where he was all those years ago. Remember, the doctor in the first movie, the scientist or the psychiatrist, took Michael to Laurie because he wanted to observe what would happen. Michael wasn't hunting for Laurie. He just wanted to go home. Essentially, they would say he's just a 6-year-old kid trapped in a man's body. A freakishly strong body, but nonetheless, he just wants to go home and not be bothered. Cons, mostly just that Laurie is MIA for a lot of the movie. That's not to say it's terrible, but Jamie Lee Curtis is definitely more present in the previous films. In this movie, she's mostly in her hospital.
You want to kill someone? Take me!
But nonetheless, it's kind of a drag to not see her as acting in this movie as she was in the first one. She was a badass in the first one. In this one, she's more on the sidelines, but that makes sense because they're saving her and Michael's third and final round for the next movie. I really wonder what the follow will be for Laurie, because she did encourage her daughter to go hunt Michael and go with Tommy Doyle.
I want to take his mask off.
As far as a grade, A-. It's not as personally. I wanted more Laurie in this one, but clearly she's the anchor for the first movie. But they did beef up the other characters, so I'll allow it this time. But honestly, I cannot wait for Halloween Ends. Who knows? Maybe we can do a stream at that point. We'll see. That's it. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Rollback. Please like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're always trying to grow the channel. And go listen to our podcast. It's pretty great. Yeah, it's normally great, especially when I'm there. Me and Nikki just got done reviewing You, Season 3. I haven't seen Seasons 1 and 2, so that was a learning experience. That said, I've been Eddie, and this was The Rollback. See you, everybody.